Hello everyone, I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium. Welcome to my live stream for Magical Mondays on Tuesday. We will be joined shortly by Lady Shadowe. We are going to be talking about our podcast that we just recorded. Adjust my table here. Lady Shadowe will be here momentarily. We're going to have a giveaway tonight, so please put something in the comment when you join. Let me know you are here. And hello, Lady Shadowe. We are live on Facebook. How are you?
I am hot and sticky like a summer night in New York, but that's okay because I'm alive and I still have my Pride sticker on from Pride. So
Speaking
it
of
is what it is.
Yeah. Say hello when you get here. Speaking of Pride, we had the amazing psychic medium Sean Michael Rutherford on our podcast to celebrate Pride on Friday. And I do want to give a disclaimer of a very bad headache, everyone. So if I'm stumbling around with my words, just bear with me. It's been a very long day and week, and it's only Tuesday. So, we're going to talk about Magical Mondays on Tuesday.
We apologize for the delay, everyone.
Yes, we had some technical difficulties and we are here now. So, Magical Mondays on Tuesday, celebrating the end of Pride Month with our podcast on Friday. So, go back and watch that on Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are found. And this week we have, dun dun dun, on Friday for 4th of July being released. Lady Shadowe, tell us about what we're going to be talking about, hearing about. Who is our guest? Tell us everything about the Soul Twin Stars podcast on this Friday.
Yes. Friday, we are talking to the lovely Connie Quinn. She is a sex therapist, social worker, master's degree, clinical psychologist, does all kinds of helpful things for the community. She has experience with so many different types of people. She offers her insight on healthy sex, how to heal from sex trauma. I know it's another sex show, and, sorry if we're just into the subject over here. It just is what it is. But she has a lot of great advice to give people on how to heal from, like I said, from past traumas, and how to talk to your partner about fantasies, and how to predicate your relationship, sexually work through that without having to go the next step of having to get a sex therapist. So we talk about how to prevent that, because by the time you get to the rooms, it could be doomed. We don't know, not always,
Right.
But you want to fix that while you can. We're all consenting adults here, and we're all divine light beings. And when we are in touch with what we need in our authentic selves, we can talk about it, especially with our partners, and then we don't need a third-party intervention. So just for everybody's sanity, let's try to circumvent that step to the point where you don't need therapy. If you do, of course, go for it. If not, communication is key until then.
And you just coined a term there, a little phrase that you should put on a shirt for Dr. Quinn, who is our guest this Friday on the Soul Twin Stars podcast. If you get to the room, you could be doomed.
Could be doomed.
Yeah. Also, next week, I'm very, very, very excited that we have the amazing and wonderful Dr. Eben Alexander on our podcast for the Soul Twin Stars for Friday, July 11th, I believe it is. He is the New York Times bestselling author of Proof of Heaven. He is a neurosurgeon who had did not believe in the afterlife and had an incredible near-death experience, and wrote a book and has all kinds of cool, wonderful stuff to talk about. And are you hearing me okay?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No
Okay.
robots. I'm just
Okay.
excited to talk about that book. I think it's so great. I think it's
It's a
I've always
wonderful
wanted to talk
book,
to a clinical
and I've had
doctor
it for
about
a
this.
long time. And I didn't even, when we asked him to be our guest, I knew his name was so familiar, and I've read about him before, and then I looked at my bookshelf and there was his book. So I'm super excited about it.
Amazing. Isn't that just divine intervention right there?
Yes, it's wonderful how the universe works and how spirit puts things together for us. So when you pop in, say hello. Not sure what's going on tonight. It's very unusual. Usually get quite a few people on my Facebook lives. Not sure what's happening. We have just one or two here,
We have
which
just
is
under 300. What happened?
yeah, I don't know. It's very strange though. But here we are nonetheless. So we want to give
Here
a
we are
prize
nonetheless.
away. We want to talk about your wonderful tarot cards that are so beautiful, and you're going to give a prize away. Yep, I have them too. We could read cards for each other.
Oh, we could. We could. I have never used my deck as a my deck reader, but you could read me with my deck, of course. But before we get into that, I just wanted, we're a little late on Magical Monday, so I hope everyone's having a great week, and we'll continue to have a really blessed week. I know that a lot of you are going to be off this weekend early. It's a short week for a lot of you because of the holiday, 4th of July being on a Friday. And some people really enjoy this holiday and some people don't, because it's a what you call a scared dog holiday. So a lot of people stay away from fireworks because they're little puppies. It's a rough time for them. And also there's a lot of drinking. So some people who are, in recovery, look, I love you, because I also am not really into the drinking or all of that. But those of you who are, more power to you. Those of you who aren't and who are going to be asked to family barbecues to partake, who find it just as annoying as a Thanksgiving get together. The 4th of July can also be a spiritual time to look in and to use the energy of others who are celebrating, whether sober or not, and the fireworks and the idea of excitement and independence and freedom and all of that, whatever it means to you. You could use that for your own personal empowerment, to do ritual. You could have a quiet night home. There's a thousand different ways to celebrate a holiday that is not typically celebrated as such, and you get to decide because you're a sovereign being with lots of choices in the world. So whatever you want to do, alternatively, that's amazing and empowering just in itself. So we just wanted to send that out there.
Yeah, I am not a person that enjoys the 4th of July particularly.
Yeah.
I want to check something. Okay.
And me neither, honestly. But I use it as a nice date night for me and my husband, because we don't get a lot of one-on-one, no screens, no television, no other people, no family time where it's just the two of us. And so we cherish that. So we'll often go in the pool, or we'll sit in the spa together and have deep conversations about why we're here. So I love that.
We're trying to get a reservation down at one of the Disney resorts so we can watch the fireworks, because we're blocked out with our annual passes. So we're trying to do that.
Oh, that's right. You guys can only go on certain days, right? Because of because it's so crowded in the parks. Yeah. Okay.
And we will be babysitting our grand dog, our doggy. We will have our dog. So, and if it's going to be rainy and gross, which is supposed to be, I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah. The summertime is really, everybody loves summer for these different reasons. My husband loves it because he loves the heat, as where I hibernate more in the summer unless I'm in the pool, because I cannot handle, I'm a menopausing, hot flashing woman.
I was a hot flashing person from the time I was 3 years old. I never ever could. Hi, Sandy. Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. I would love it too if it was my birthday. And a lot of people like Nick and I and my husband don't get to celebrate our birthdays and other than cold climates. So we don't know what it's like to have a summer birthday. So that must be fun.
Yep, I'm December. I celebrate Pearl Harbor Day, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my birthday.
okay. You can celebrate whatever you want. I was at Pride this weekend, New York City Pride, and there were so many people, and it was quite warm. But the cool thing is, everywhere in New York there are these little parks, and when in the summertime they turn on the sprinklers and there's little underground water systems. So every little park is like a mini water park. So you can walk by any number of parks and pop in to get some sprinkle action and cool off. And we were doing that on the regular in a little rainbow. Well, this one stayed on pretty good. Still my Pride fake tattoo. These are all real, but I got the fake one on here. But it was a wonderful weekend. But I wish we were just talking about with my other friends who also don't like the heat. They were like, I wish Pride was like in October because it would be so nice to walk around. Like,
Yeah.
Halloween, Pride, be cool, no sweating. But listen, we appreciate all the seasons for a reason, right? They all have their ups and downs, and we just roll with it. So,
Yep. And in Florida, there's one season, hot and humid.
That's right. Yes, that's why I don't live there.
Well, it's, I've lived all over the country and I do hibernate in the summer. Like if I have to go somewhere when it's like hot and gross, I do it early in the morning and then I stay home the rest of the day. I have a treadmill in my office so I can do my exercises.
Yeah.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby.
So, my headache is not going away, even after taking the Tylenol 25 minutes ago.
Okay.
It's almost been 30 minutes, actually. So you want to, if anybody's here, we'll pull a card and then just say, and also I want to say, I made sure my next class is not on Monday.
Yeah.
So, hi, Annie. So I made sure not to schedule it on Monday. So
there are a few people that do follow us on Mondays for our Magical Monday. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There should still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I checked sometimes. So one time I was in this big, huge Facebook group doing a live stream that I did about once a month. And it had like 800,000 people in it. And nobody was coming in to my live. And even though I went into the Facebook group and went live from the Facebook group, it went live on my personal page.
Oh.
And so I was checking that. And so I am live on my Peaceful Nik page. So I thought maybe that was the problem.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want to pull a card for Abby?
Sure, I'll pull a card for Abby. And yeah, if we can get a few more people in here, we've got an email, a full 7-card spread email reading by me to give away to somebody. So
Ladies,
out in a second. Yeah, I'm in a card reading mood. I'm thinking about going TikTok live tonight and just giving all the good advice for the summer, for the July 1st energy.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, because people starting out the month, they've got new goals, and it's such a nice reset. Every 30 days we get to kind of start things over like the new year. I always feel
and the full moon is next week on top of it. We got the holidays, whether you're with your family, whether you want to be with your family.
Even if you don't, if you're community servicing yourself to be with your family, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so Abby, right? We're going to pull a card for Abby.
Abby Hall.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to see what energy we pull. Okay, I've got a Justice card.
Ooh.
So if there's something brewing that you feel is unfair, now this doesn't always mean courts. It can, in a larger reading, with other cards that point to specifically courts, right? But if it is on its own like this, it could be many different things. It could mean, like I said, a lack of fairness or an issue that needs to be addressed so that we can balance the scales again in some way, whether it's a work issue, a discrimination, a friendship, someone's accusing you of lying, or someone close to you, a spouse. But this is justice will be served and will prevail. So whatever it might be, if it's on the negative side or if you're feeling uncertain about something, it will correct itself in the next couple of weeks. So don't worry about that. I don't know if that makes any sense or resonates, but keep an eye out for that self-correction to happen.
That's awesome. And if there's anybody else here, I'll try to do a quick card pull. I can tell you my headache is moving down my neck, so that's not good.
Oh,
I have been sitting here doing readings most of the day.
you
and then
have been working hard today.
We recorded a podcast. Now we're live, and I don't know how my brain is functioning, but tomorrow I have a self-love day. So
Good. And Abby said she's got a family issue in that vicinity, so I hope that helps and that everything will resolve itself. And according to this card, it will. So
just in time for your birthday.
That's right. No one wants a crappy birthday.
No.
Sure.
Oh no, that's Sandy's birthday. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody said they had a birthday, right?
Yeah, Sandy.
Oh, okay.
Sandy. Yeah. See, I can't. Everything's discombobulated in here.
Yeah, you got to recharge that psychic energy.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do with these cards, my friend?
I'm going to pull a collective card.
Okay.
From the
for
psychic,
the world or for our Facebook community?
For the Facebook group.
Okay.
The Facebook, whoever's watching now or on the replay.
Nice.
Collective card for the moment. Collective card from the Psychic Creations beautiful deck. One collective card.
Love this deck. It's my favorite.
And that popped out and flew across the desk, and it is Rebirth.
Oh my God, I love it. That's so great.
Rebirth. Yes. And so it looks like your twin. Look at that.
I know.
I wonder how that happened.
I know. It's almost like my husband took a picture of me in the clouds and then we just published it.
That's exactly what it looks
Something about that red hair.
I know. It's beautiful.
It's magical.
So Rebirth. So for the collective, the upcoming holiday, there's a lot of stuff going on in our country and in the world, and it is up, and I cannot stress this enough. It is up to us, healers, spiritual people, believers in the divine intervention of the universe. We have to raise the vibration. We have to raise the vibration. I was giving a reading today, and I was talking to my client, and we were talking about this very thing, raising the vibration. Like, we're on a live stream. There's one or two people watching, which is very unusual and weird. So
one or 200.
Something on the algorithms messed up. But even if somebody's watching now or later,
they'll watch it later.
We have to raise the vibration, even if it's one person at a time, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, any little bit of positivity. Because I was watching one of my favorite podcasts earlier, aside from the Soul Twin Stars podcast, obviously. And the ladies came on and they were so angry about something very important that's happening in our country, and they rightfully so, they were angry, but they came on with so much anger and I couldn't watch it.
Wow. Because
it's just, we know it's messed up,
right?
But your anger isn't helping.
Right.
Love the podcast, love the ladies that do the podcast, but I mean, the first instant they started talking was like screaming anger. And I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that. Yeah.
Here's the thing. To raise the Gaia energy or to transform it, to flip the crazy things that are going on in the world and the anger and the anxiety, get this. It only requires 144,000 authentic light-filled souls to change the energy for everyone on the planet. 144,000. That's it. That is incredible. That's only a fraction of us to be able to change everything and flip it on its head. And I think that the powers to be know that, because they want to keep everybody as fractally fractured as possible. Well, our divine spark is trying to work through.
It's simple, divide and conquer. And that's why we need to raise the vibration and have a rebirth. We're not going to have a rebirth with Lady Shadowe's twin here. We're we're not going to have a rebirth unless we raise the vibration. And
Yes.
that couldn't be more appropriate for the card that flipped out across the desk.
So good. And you know what? There's this new thing, this trending saying that I'm seeing everywhere. I don't know if you're seeing it, but laugh all of your worries off. The
I have
more
not
you
seen
laugh at the system, the more they can't get to you,
Yeah.
and the more empowered you get. 100%. Just
Yeah.
laugh at it. Don't give them an ounce of your anger or your energy. That
Yeah.
just feeds the machine.
I have been
fear
saying that
machine.
since 2015 and
Yes,
2016. They want the negativity. They feed on it like
absolutely.
a vampire. And
Yes.
even though I knew that and I said that, I still fell into it.
Yeah.
I
Oh, we all do. We all
still
do.
engaged in it, but I am not doing that anymore. And my
Nope.
husband, who you know, would love that laugh it off because he thinks everything's funny. So he's always got a good attitude. But I think we've served our purpose this evening. And I guess we'll save our giveaway for the next Magical Monday
Yeah,
on
let's do it
July
next
7th.
Monday. And tune in
And
on Friday, 6 a.m. is when our podcast now drops instead of 6 p.m. So we will have that ready for you on 6
on all our
a.m. on
socials,
Friday.
all our
Happy 4th
socials,
of
you'll
July.
see, yeah, Spotify, Apple, all of them, whatever they are. It'll be everywhere. You'll see links on our socials. I love you, Lady Shadowe.
Love you more.
And I will
Love you all.
love you all. I'm going to go recover this headache. Oh, and you know what else? We've been watching Scandal. Have you ever watched Scandal? It's on Netflix now. We've been binging it like
Wait,
crazy.
is that the one where there's like serial killers and they have to figure out who the serial killers are?
It's Kerry Washington and a bunch of other people who I don't know their names.
Okay.
And there's 7 seasons and it just came on Netflix. And it's almost like the current administration modeled their scandal after this show.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
it's pretty crazy. There's
a lot of
crazy.
scandal already out there. But now that we've recorded our new podcast, I got so much work to do. I can't binge. But
I got to email that to you. All right.
yes.
Love you. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Abby.
Thank you.
Bye.